Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video it will be a quick one, but we're going to be talking about the Washington football team activating rookie safety Darrick Forrest to the active roster. I'll also give you guys some, good news on Logan Thomas and his injury. I'll talk about when I think he will return, and then we'll talk about the Washington football team not making any moves at the trade deadline and if I agree with that or not. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Hit that like button and turn on those notifications. It really helps out the channel a ton. And also make sure to check out WinView. They got a bunch of nice contests that you can enter. Now let's get right into the video. Okay, so let's start off with the news that the Washington football team is activating Darrick Forrest off of IR and putting him on the active roster. That's good news for him. He was dealing with, I believe it was an ankle injury, at the end of the preseason, and he was on IR for this whole start of the season, and they had to bring him back this week or next week, I believe. If not, he was done for the year, so he's at least going to be on the team for a little bit. See how he's doing. Maybe he contributes a little bit, but I think early on he'll more be on special teams. DeShazier Everett will help him out there, and I don't think he's gonna have a huge impact. Maybe he'll get some snaps on defense, but I really doubt it, just because DeShazier Everett hasn't gotten any snaps on defense. It's really mainly been Bobby McCain and Cameron Curl as the two safeties now that Landon Collins moved to linebacker. But who knows? Maybe Darrick Forrest gets some snaps. Maybe DeShazier Everett as well, especially if there is an injury to one of those two safeties. But good news for him, happy he's getting his opportunity, and we want to see him play. Like, he's a 5th round pick, so it's not a high pick, but we invested a 5th round pick in him. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can contribute on special teams, and then maybe later down the line at the end of the season he'll get some snaps on defense, and we'll see how he looks. Happy for him, and hopefully he makes the most out of his opportunity, and maybe he'll be one of the hits of this draft class, because so far the draft class hasn't made huge impacts. Jamin Davis underwhelming. Sam Cosmi's been great, but he's been hurt for the last few games. Benjamin St-Juste has been solid. Dyami Brown a little bit underwhelming, and then the later guys they haven't made much of an impact, although John Bates he's been solid as a blocker, and usually tight end it takes a couple years. But let's see what Darrick Forrest can do. And then also, so now the good news, Logan Thomas, he is expected to, I'll read this tweet right here from Ben Standing. Washington tight end Logan Thomas seems poised to join his teammates at practice after the bye. The team has 3 weeks to activate him from IR once he officially starts practicing. So I think he'll be back week 9 against the Bucks. They didn't want to rush him back this week. I think we'll have a lot of players back against the Bucks. I think we'll definitely have Brandon Sheriff back, who's a game time decision. I think Logan Thomas likely is back, so that's 2 on offense. I think William Jackson comes back on defense. Not definitely not a boost, at least right now, because the defense has been the last couple games were their best 2 games, and that was without William Jackson. But he's going to have to gel, because he's going to be here at least for the next couple years. So that's 3 players I think definitely will be back after the bye. And then maybe Sam Cosmi and Dyami Brown come back, and possibly Curtis Samuel comes back too. So I think the offense is going to start to improve. They've been able to move the ball down the field, just haven't converted in the red zone. And part of that is Logan Thomas being gone. I mean, he's just a great red zone threat, and there's other guys as well that will help him out once they do get back. Hopefully get this offense on the right track, and the defense is slowly improving. As the last few games I've been encouraged by the defense, but hopefully Logan Thomas can come back after that hamstring injury, hurt that in week 3, and he'll be a huge boost to Taylor Heineke and this offense. So some news on Chase Roullier. Placed on IR today. He's going to undergo surgery to repair his fractured fibula. It's expected that the surrounding tissues were damaged as well, but he's waiting for a second opinion on that. So it sucks, man. It sucks that the injury was bad. Hopefully, though, he's back for a training camp next year. Because he is just a super consistent center. Never before this really got injured, and he's just like a top 10 center in the league, really consistent, good run blocker, solid pass blocker, a good teammate. And unfortunate that he got hurt, but let's hope he comes back strong next year. And let's see what Tyler Larsen can do. He was one of the low-key signings this offseason from Ron. Looked like he did okay in that game against the Broncos. Let's see what he does in a full game. I have some expectations for him. I think he will be solid, but unfortunate that Chase Roullier is gone. This offensive line was playing so well the first 5 games of the season. Then Sam Cosmi goes down, Brandon Sheriff goes down, Cornelius Lucas goes down. Eric Flowers went down. We don't know what injury that is, so it just sucks, man. Hopefully, we know Brandon Sheriff's going to come back. I really hope, Sam Cosmi can come back soon as well, and hopefully Tyler Larsen steps up. So that, quick video. Oh, actually, no, we got to talk about the trade deadline. So we made no moves. A really quiet trade deadline, across the league. That's usually how it is. Usually not any big trades, especially on the day of the trade deadline. That usually happens in the off season. But I really wish Washington would have tried to move some of the players, especially someone like Tim Settle, because likely he is going to be gone after this year. And you're going to probably lose him for nothing unless they get a comp pick if he gets a big deal, which I don't think he'll get a big deal, but maybe some team thinks he can produce at a high level and they'll give him a solid deal. Then maybe we'll get a comp pick, but I think this is an opportunity to get an asset for a player that really isn't contributing right now, and that's not his fault. He's just not getting the playing time because we have really good players ahead of him. That's just one thing. We can also work on some trades later this next offseason, maybe with someone like Daron Payne, if you really want to do that, and then maybe you can keep Settle if that's what they want to do. So that's it for the trade deadline. Really not that many moves to be made, but I think Tim Settle was a guy that they could have moved. Landon Collins and Brandon Sheriff just would have been hard because of the contracts, and Landon Collins has been playing better as of late. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah, let me know any videos you guys want me to make in the next few days. It is a bye week. I'll have a mock draft video out sometime this week. I'll have I'll have a couple other videos as well. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.